Man, this sucks. I really want to play Doom, but Mom says I'm too much of a noob to play violent first-person shooters.
Hey kid, did you say Doom? Don't worry about what Mom says, you're not too much of a noob for Chex Quest, a free game packaged in every box of Chex. Battle the Flemoids with your Zorcher in extreme first-person Doom clone gameplay.
Whoa!
You don't even have to eat the cardboard-flavored cereal that comes inside the box. Plus, get 50 free hours of AOL online.
Wait a second. Gluten-free? It's not 1996. It's 2016.
Checks are fun. Checks are...
That's right, it is 2016, and that means it's been 20 years since the release of the first video game in a cereal box ever. Chex Quest was developed back in 1996 by a small media company called Digital Cafe in order to, well, sell more cereal. By this time, Doom was 3 years old and Quake was on the way, so id relinquished a license to the small team to use the id Tech 1 engine for a reportedly discounted price. The team essentially replaced Ultimate Doom textures and sprites with decidedly Chex-related textures of their own, built their own maps, and tweaked a bit of the gameplay. The result was a small 5-map first-person shooter with all the game mechanics of Doom, but none of the, Satan-y stuff, and at a discounted price point. As in, free. Well, I mean, not exactly free. I mean, you did have to buy a box of these little cardboard squares, but still, a pretty good deal. I should know, because once I saw that commercial back in 1996, I was right there with Mom in our local grocery store, buying a box of cereal I didn't even like. And boy, this game sure did sell a lot of cereal. Sales of Chex during the 6-week promotion increased by almost 300%. There is a backstory here, as told in an intro video that can only be viewed if you're booted into Windows. That's 3.1, of course, or maybe 95 if you had a newer computer. But with words like bazoik, flemoid, and zorch, who really cares about the goofy plot? I just want to fry some snotwads. Actually, there's no frying happening here. You're apparently using various zorching devices to deport these aliens back to whatever dimension they came from. Why are the Chex people so racist? Look, these guys seem pretty harmless. I mean, even when they attack you, it looks more like they're just giving you a kiss. But nope! Deport! Now that I think about it, I think I've discovered the raw material Donald Trump could use to build that wall of his. Anyway, on booting up the game, which you can do in DOSBox, or believe it or not, any Doom source port of your choice, you're greeted with a menu that should feel very familiar to any Doom fan. And that's really the thing with Chex Quest. It pretty much retains everything that makes Doom so much fun. Zapping enemies, finding keys, discovering secrets, meaning even with level design that isn't quite as interesting as Doom, and a challenge that's definitely much easier, it's still a pretty fun little game. Doom. It's Doom. Still, fire up that ultraviolence, extreme ooze, and get zorching. The 5 levels in the game take you through the Chex research facility and then eventually down into what I guess are the cardboard mines. The level design is pretty straightforward, so you won't get too lost, though the maps aren't linear by any means. The last couple of levels are a bit strange in that there are large areas that you never really need to pass through. In fact, I played the last level 3 separate times just to see everything, but if you know where to go, you can get to the final boss in no time flat. In terms of weapons, it's easy to see the comparison to Doom. You've got your pistol, plasma gun, and even a Zorcher that represents the double-barreled shotgun. But there's not much variety in the enemies, and there are no Flemoids that have hit-scan type attacks, so challenge is basically nil. In 1997, Digital Cafe released a sequel to Chex Quest that was freely downloadable from their website for a time. Then, more than 10 years later, a few of the original designers of the game made Chex Quest 3, in addition to remastering the first sequel, and released that project for free online. This official trilogy can still be found online, and it's by far the easiest way to plug and play this game, especially since original CDs like this one are hard to come by. I'd recommend checking it out if you're at all curious. So in all, Chex Quest was a great marketing stunt, and not such a bad little game even if lacking in challenge and innovation. Still, it's kind of hard to believe just how popular it's been over the years, with plenty of videos about it on YouTube, and even unofficial fan-made maps and episodes. Even my non-gaming girlfriend has fond memories of playing the game back in the day, and she hated Brutal Doom. And Chex Quest continues to generate news to this day. Just about a month ago, a website called Zam interviewed one of the original designers, Charles Jacoby, who's apparently working on remastering the first game for Unreal Engine 4 in his spare time. And yes, there's even a brutal Chex Quest. Kinda. So what did you guys think of Chex Quest? Did you play it back in the day, or did you check it out years later when it had officially attained cult status? Share your stories in the comments below. And don't forget, you can check out Dome Candy Games on Facebook, where I post random news, as well as announcements for things like live streams. And thank you as always for watching Dome Candy Games, because video games are like candy for your dome.